All new powers, all new upgrades. He's got, you know, this air gun that can both suck things in and shoot things out. Plus he's got a Jet-Vac. Yeah, he's a great new character. So Jet-Vac is an air character. He is this heroic hawk hero from a new part of Skylands, where bird creatures are from, and he has sacrificed his wings in order to save a small village. And in exchange, he's received this jetpack that he's got this sort of giant Hoover apparatus on his back, and he uses it both for his weapon as well as a little jetpack he can use to fly around. And so, like every toy, it comes with not only the toy, but it comes with a collector's card. And what's cool about the Lightcore is if you check out the surface of this, it's got a sort of prismatic effect. And it's really nice to see in the sun. And then they also have a sticker which contains their secret code. You can use that online or in the iOS apps to play with that character. But of course, what Lightcore is all about is putting it on the portal and seeing it illuminate. So let's try that.
Yeah, let's.
So what's really cool about the Lightcore toys is that they absorb power from the magic of the portal, and that's transformed into the illumination within the toys. There's no batteries in there, and each of our Lightcore toys has uniquely placed and colored lights. So when we're designing all of the characters, part of what we do with the Lightcore characters is build in, well, where is it really going to look awesome and support this character? So in this case, we thought that light in the center of the chest was an important communication about the power inside Jet-Vac himself. And then coming out of his gun, well, that was just cool because it's his air gun.
One thing to say is that he's a different pose to the one that you get in the starter pack.
Yeah, he's an entirely new sculpt, a new pose of the toy. And so when we design the toys, we need to make sure that they both sell the character, that they both, you know, describe who they are in their pose and their attitude, but also that the lights are oriented towards the player as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. And I presume, you know, as you were designing this character, as all the characters, he went through a few iterations. Did you have does he have different names, and how has he evolved?
His name used to be the Hawk, the Air Hawk, but we also at one point had the lights coming out of his sort of Hoover apparatus on his back, and it looked neat, but it was faced away from the way you tended to orient it, and so we thought that was a bit of a waste. Then we tried illuminating all of the characters' eyes. That tended to give them a very metaphysical look that wasn't necessarily part of, you know, this is a rough and tumble sort of superhero Birdman.
Yeah.
And so having it associated in his chest and having it associated in his gun did the best job of selling that character. But yeah, we had 90 different color variations. I mean, he's been fluorescent yellow, he's been sort of all dark purples. But for this, the blues and the silvers we thought communicated the sky the best and worked well with his feathers. And oh man, we struggled for a long time on his fingernail color. And in the end, what looked best is not calling those out. It ended up, regardless of how we did it, making him feel a little creepy.
Yeah.
So and then, believe it or not, this orangish yellow, we have this enormous book of colors. And so we'll sit there going through subtlest variations and then writing down the numbers and then setting them off to the factory to make sure that each and every color is exactly how we want it and that the metallics are sufficiently shiny. And, you know, there's just so many details that go into the toys. And it's been a great creative experience for us because, you know, we're used to working in the digital world. We know all the tricks there. But learning how to express ourselves in plastic and paint is just a whole new world.
Mm-hmm. And with the Giants figures, is it the same number of paint passes, and are they technically the same number of materials, or have you upped that?
We've upped that for the Giants. So they have both fancier materials and more paint operations, plus they're physically larger, plus they have lights inside. So they're quite ideal. And the Giants, I think because they were quite a bit larger, we could invest them with more expression and, frankly, more detail. They just had more surface area. So I feel that they are our best toys so far.
Mm-hmm.